Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here, and welcome back to the New World. Alright, we are doing some real exploration this episode, hopefully. Out into the woods. We're starting with the west. Alright, tracking. I'll attempt it. I'm pretty good at it. So the way tracking works, it just gives you some basic information usually about creatures in the area. It's generally a flat check that is based on wisdom. I believe I made it wisdom, with bonuses for levels of Barbarian, Druid, and Ranger. Ranger getting more than the other two. I don't remember if the other two had differences or if they were the same, but basically that's it. And if you're an animal-based cleric, if you have the cleric domain, then you also have a bit of an extra buff to it. And I think I can empathy with the wild animals in the forest pretty easily. Yes. Alright, how many groups of creatures live in the woods? The animal informs you a tribe of goblin-like creatures inhabit the north, a pack of wolves dominate to the west, more recently a pack of strangely large wolves have taken up residence in the east. What's it like here? Things have grown more dangerous lately. The sudden appearance of a pack of large wolves has caused the other residents of the woods to grow more aggressive. Looking for a large red-eyed wolf with shining teeth. Straw doesn't understand your description, but immediately responds when it does. It informs you the canine is extremely dangerous and has killed larger opponents in the woods already, including a bear. Mostly operates in the eastern woods, leads a larger pack. Looking for the source of the goblins. It knows the goblinoids, directs you to the northernmost reaches of the woods, where no animals who tread survive. It warns you they are both sneaky and trappers. Anything interesting? Doesn't understand your question, eventually gets the gist, informs you of a cave system beneath the woods. Caves are dangerous, and it is known that something darker and more dangerous festers further down. Thank you. Alright, we can harvest reagents from the bushes with a spellcraft or nature check. Nature functions pretty much identically to the tracking, except instead of rangers having the biggest boost, druids have the biggest boost, and I think barbarians have a very minor boost to it. And then, what are they called? Plant clerics have a buff to it. But I'm better at that than spellcraft, so I'll do that. Get some XP, another pouch of reagents. That's money or crafting. Probably money for me. Old blood stains this ground that has been heavily disturbed. Yeah, and I can always ask Thorson for help too if I don't want to do it, but I'll try to track. A fight took place here some time ago. A single humanoid beset by a group of canines, likely wolves, before another non-human bipedal creature approached. Nothing appears to have died here. Trail leads back towards the rest, left by the victim, while the others dispersed into the woods, the bipedal creature moving northwest. This would be the site of Jurgen's attack, which you can convince him to come back to if you're good at persuasion and are so inclined. Alright, so the main enemies out here are going to be wolves. There's probably a group of spiders and Tazloi at one particular spot out here too. Now, wolves are generally pretty basic, not very dangerous, even at extremely low levels. And you can get some leather hides from them, which is always nice. The hardened wolves are just stronger versions. Older wolves that have been through more what do you call them, dangerous situations in their lives. More fighting. Thorson's taking hits, but he's got a lot more health now than he did before. No, I do not intend to explore any of the caves yet. This episode, my only goal is to search the wood areas and not go into any of the points of interest. Because the points of interest are pretty dang dangerous. The least dangerous ones are probably here. The Dark Howl himself is a very, very dangerous opponent, because he's a werewolf. But, and he's got some other dangerous creatures in there. But for the most part, it's wolves. That's the spider lair. We don't want to go there yet. Most of the spiders aren't too bad, but they have poisons, and they're still more dangerous than wolves, and probably Tazloi. Now, the Tazloi base is no joke. I did not want it to be a giant pushover area. So while they're still Tazloi, they're not crazy dangerous. They're sneaky. Their place is more dangerous than you might expect, and they will chip away at you if you're not careful. Oh, oopsie. Alright. You know, I think I will divide the novice and apprentice gear. Novice, I think it was novice. No, acolyte's gear. The acolyte gear for low-level clerics and druids. And then the apprentice robes for low-level sorcerers and wizards. Now that I'm thinking about it, you're only ever going to get the benefit of one of those things. Like, unless you're a multi-class, but most people would not multi-class into such a similar class, if it's even possible. So you're only going to be either a druid or a cleric, or a wizard or sorcerer. Which means you'll only be getting like half the benefits of one of those items. I think what I might do is split them into two identical sets, just one for wizards, one for sorcerers, and then one for druids and one for clerics. That way I don't have to worry about making entirely new stuff, but they're more accessible and more actual focused use. Okay, here we go. Some wolves fought some Tazloi. So the Tazloi warriors, they're decently dangerous, but usually only have one or two in a group. There's normal Tazloi warrior, or Tazloi, raiders. They're not that bad. There's scouts, though. They're sneaky, and they'll shoot you, and they have sneak attacks. These are the most threatening thing that they have in any large numbers. So spider eaters, for anyone who doesn't know, are creatures from the old game. They're an old D&D, and they were in the old game. Okay, that one went down easy. Thank goodness. In the old game, they are flying insects that look a little bit like giant wasps. They mostly eat giant spiders, and they can paralyze. Pouches. Yep. I don't know if there's a scout. Oh, there is. Hi, buddy. Thank. Oh. I'll take it. Yeah, the stronger Tazloi generally have a little treasure on them. The weaker ones don't. And these wolves are all... This is an entrance to the northern woods. All the wood areas sort of connect, and so this is a way you can get there if you want to. The Tazloi mostly run the northern woods, and so they guard the entrances to it. Those spider eaters are not random spawns for the most part, but they can be pretty nasty. They hit way harder than most of the other creatures around here. Oh yeah, in case anyone's curious about what I picked up here, these are eggs. You're taking them out of a nest that's within these tree bush thingies. They're food items, so they're worth some money to Grublik over at the Pine Lodge. So they're a decent source of some early experience and money. Hi guys. Now this, I don't know if I'd really say it's subtext, but I guess it probably by definition is a little bit. Haha. Is that a hardened wolf? Probably. Yes, it is. Hi there. Hey guys, can you get him for me? Thank you. Oh, not that. No, kill him. Boy, these slings are horrible. I should add in a better option for sling stones that can deal more damage. I've always thought slings were way too weak in this game to ever be viable. I want to change that a little bit and make better and more accessible. Really missile weapons in general, but especially slings. I want to make them a little bit better. I'm not bold enough to take on the challenge of throwing weapons. Those are just terrible, pretty much across the board. So this cave, you'll notice, the subtext thing I was talking about, you see this little graveyard out front. That's how you know there's intelligent life in there. Intelligent enough that it actually cares to bury and honor its dead. That's the Dark Howl's cave, and I am not going to go stomping around in there yet. We could handle a lot of it, but there are some other lycanthropes around, Tazloi, that have been turned because... let's see, yeah, Forest Continues Before You. I was going to use that in this module, but that was before I decided to split it into pieces because it'd be too big if I didn't. Which normally I would be a fan of, but I've played really big modules like Swordflight Chapter 5, or even Chapter 2 to an extent, but Chapter 5 has it worse than any others. When they get too big, they slow the game way down. Like, load screens take forever. I don't want to saddle people with that if I can help it, and so that's why I'm splitting it into pieces. So that'll come up in future modules, but it's not going to have a part in this one. We're not going to go out in that direction. Nature. Hey, that succeeded. These mushrooms have magical liquids in them, and you can gather a... Whoa, that's greater? Oh my word. It's a pretty hard check, actually. Like, usually, I think that's the first time I have seen a vanilla test I've run actually succeeding at that without wildly buffing my character into the sky to check it. Is that it? I thought there was something else around here. Maybe not. In case anyone is wondering why there are mushrooms with magical potions in them, or at least magical potions that could be made out of them? That's a good question. One that you should definitely bear in mind and continue asking yourself. Now, I don't remember if lycanthropes, if I made them vulnerable to +1 weapons, or if you need +2. Silver weapons count as +2 against them. But I think I only did that to make it so that they were more effective than any standard magic weapon. I think a regular magic 1 weapon will hurt them. But of course, a non-magical weapon will not. Oh yeah, about the spider eaters. On top of hitting much harder than the other things around, they will also paralyze you. So, you know, watch out for that. Okay, track. I failed. Sad day. Tracking here will reveal, you could tell that it's a conflicted region. Okay, I know they're hiding, but he's not hiding very well. It's a conflicted region, and most of it, you could tell there are the goblin creatures about. You know that there are some wolves. But you can also spot the tracks of a person, a man. That's the clue that Corporal Rook is not far. Here, Coring, I'm going to heal you. Yeah, there we go. I love that feature. I also saw I saw quite a few comments already on my first video. People pointing out, you know, the spelling and grammatical changes that I asked them to, which is very much appreciated. Those are things that I probably would not have caught for quite some time, if at all. And having people make that much easier on me, very much appreciated. I did see someone point out the name of the ship in the journal. The before Sojourner, which is the Sojourner is the name of the ship. The T at the start of the is capitalized, and someone pointed that out as an error to be fixed. Now, I'm not saying this as a way to rag on this person at all. I absolutely appreciate people pointing out things, even if I don't intend them to be a problem or be fixed. Bringing my attention to something is never going to be frowned upon or unappreciated. I do appreciate that. There are just certain stylistic choices that I make that I want to hold to. That was one of them. But I don't want anyone who wants to help me and see something like that to ever get discouraged. Again, I absolutely appreciate that. And the things that I'm asking for aren't just the objective problems, like, you know, spelling errors and stuff. Those are objective. Those do need to be fixed. But also, if you are following this story or plot lines at all, and you notice an inconsistency or something you think doesn't make sense or is a little redundant, feel free to point that out too. I will not get offended, and I might change something for the better based on that sort of criticism. I don't want anyone to get discouraged on that front. Yeah. I believe there's nothing new, no new questions I can really ask. I can't remember if I really rinsed and repeated most of their dialogue or not, but most of it recycles itself. The woods in general are pretty much the same. Alright. Nice. Just normal to find necklaces in piles of rocks. Wow, a greater potion of endurance. Oh my word. I am a druid. If anyone's going to succeed at these, it's a druid. That's also huge. And honestly, they might be necessary. See, we haven't fought anything truly dangerous yet. But, the caves get nasty. As long as you could take on the lycanthropes, they're probably not too bad. Most of them, the Dark Howl himself is quite dangerous, but most of them aren't that dangerous. They're nothing special. But they are still lycanthropes. They still regenerate, and they're still resistant to your damage. Which means they will just wear you down. Unless you have an item that can get them. It is possible to get Jurgen's Silver Dagger from him, but you gotta succeed at a persuasion check that I didn't even try, because it didn't really align to get to that point in the conversation. And even then, all you have is a dagger. The only other way is to get or create your own magic item. I can, for example, enchant Coring's Fang if I want to. I might do that. Or buy a silver weapon, which I'd like to avoid because they're expensive, and money isn't extremely common at this point in the game. I think I'm probably way better. Yeah, definitely nature. Take several minutes and study the bone, concluding it belonged to a dragon of some kind. Interesting. Hi, guys. Oh, that's another spider eater. Ooh, I probably should have thought this one through. Oh, my word. Okay, we got him. I'm closing in on you. Whew. Alright, that could have gone a lot worse. That first hit was bad. I believe the spider eaters are doing 1d12 damage. Also, did I loot this bush? Which means, you know, sometimes they scratch you and sometimes they hit like a truck. You never know what you're going to get out of them. Oh, I have as many hit points as Thorson, except I'm a level less. Now, further north from here, as is probably clear from what we just fought through, is the Goblin area, or Tazloy. That's their main base. Things don't get immediately hostile if we step in there, but they can turn hostile, so we might want to be ready before making any steps in that direction. Although I think I can definitely at least reach their Witch Doctor without a problem. Ouch. Again. Got him. Heck yeah. Where's the warrior? Well, I like when they focus on the bear. He can take a hit. And I can just, you know, heal him right back up. That's a big deal. Alright, there's another cave. This is the impaled head of a Tazloy. Small note is written in common and nailed to the head with a stone spike. It reads, "Beasts are intruders, enter at your own peril." Oh, oh, that's one of them. And not ideal. Okay. I don't know if they're quite the equivalent of one of the hardened wolves in the other area, but if they're not, they might be stronger, actually, just by default. They also give hunks of meat, which can be given to Grublik as well, so they're a little more profitable to kill, and of course they're worth more XP. Their pack, of course, prowls the eastern woods, so we will be approaching their territory soon. We're already at the edges of it, though, so we can expect to find some around here. Yep, like those ones. I can also expect a few to be sneaking, because they do that. They're more cunning than your average wolves. Oh! That's a big hit. Cure critical? Did I buy him those? I don't remember buying him those. No, he got those by leveling up. I forgot about that. Sometimes the level up thing automatically gives potions to certain people. Okay, he was sneaking, but we spotted him. I think it's because of that nature sense thing I have. It gives me some pretty significant buffs outside. Now, the first cave we'll search is, okay, and there's the way just to the area north of the Sapple Farm. First area we'll search, or first cave, is probably going to be either the wargs, or the wolves, the big wolves here, their cave, or the spiders. The beast in charge of these guys is pretty rough, but overall, they're just a bunch of straightforward wolves with nothing special or exceptionally dangerous. The Tazloy are very numerous. They've got traps, they've got layers of defense, they have a lot of ranged soldiers, a lot of close ones, they've got a couple sneaky dudes, they've got spider eaters, they have one or two magic users. They're a handful, and so I don't want to just go to open war with them at the moment, because I'll probably lose. Maybe not, but probably would. I don't have enough stuff to properly deal with them. This cave here is connected to them in a way. That's where Corporal Rook is hiding. And that dude is a handful and a half. He is perhaps the most dangerous enemy I can fight at this point in the game. I mean, the Dark Howl is technically... it would win in a fight, because he probably doesn't have access to anything that can hurt it. But he will kill you faster. He's an exceptionally dangerous fighter. I think he's 5th or 6th level, maybe. We can get the drop on him, but he's got some pretty solid gear. He has the home field advantage, which is significant, as we'll see when we eventually get there. He's rough, and so I'd like to have good preparation. I've probably got enough buffs, honestly, that if we just blitzed him right now, we could take him, but it'd be a gamble. Alright, what creatures have been here? This section of forest has been almost exclusively inhabited by unusually large wolves for the last few weeks at least. There are faint traces of other tracks, most are centered near the east or old enough to be of no consequence. Yep, this is a purely wolf zone. No Tazloy incursion, no normal wolf packs. Just these guys. That might have been an overreaction. I think they are going to surround and kill us now. Eesh. Oh, there's a camouflaged one. You're dead. Dang it. What the? Take the sickle out, man. Oh boy. I cannot take these things alone. I can't take them at all. Yeah, no, I think they've got me. Oh boy. Oh, that was a crit. Yeah, that one will get me. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe we'd be a little bit smarter. Here, you guys park here. Don't go charging off. I'll see if I can lure one or two out. Get him. Thorson, what you doing? Okay. Stay there now. Ah! Oh my word. Haha. Alright, I think we've got to the point now where we can just take the rest. Let's move in. Maybe we don't fight these first. Maybe we do go for Rook. I'm going to head back to the rest once I'm done with my exploration here. Turn in what I have. Maybe buy some better stuff, if I have the money. My buffs might be enough for him. There are 3 of us if you include my animal companion. Actually, I should back off. Thorson is still good on his own healing. I think with the right preparation, we can take Rook. And killing him unlocks a lot of options. Partially because there's a lot of money involved. Also because you get a pretty solid amount of experience out of the whole thing. I should probably put one of these forest path map tags on the unusable one in the west. I think it helps complete it. Alright. The Tazloi have not had much success in this area. Okay, that's the wolf lair in that direction. I'll probably clear my way up to the cave. It's sort of a winding labyrinth that leads up to it. And they're inside of it, waiting to ambush people. Wow, I got all the reagents from the various bushes in the forest. Awesome. Let's see if I can be 3 for 3 on the mushrooms, too. Their rewards are nice. I am. More greater bowl strength. Heck yeah. Alright, well I definitely don't need to spend money on those potions then. Even if I don't drink them. Because I don't know if I'll have a use for them. But I might, honestly. If I'm going into fight. I think I'm a better tank right now. At least AC-wise. Than any of the others. So if I do bark skin and throw on endurance. And then I charge. Maybe a cat's grace too. I might have the best chance of surviving for a while against him. Oh, come on. Bro shouldn't get a sneak attack if he is being actively engaged by the person he's sneak attacking. Alright. Let's venture into the labyrinth. Oh! Kill him. Man, they hit so hard. Oh, hi. Always like a clean kill. Nope. That his last potion? Yes, it was. Alright, well I've got enough healing kits for the both of us. Let's just hope I don't have to use them all. They're expensive. At least they're expensive for me. Oh yeah, I did figure out what happened with that, with the room, like, permanently, locking you out. I know what mistake I made, and it was while I mentioned I fixed what I thought would be just that, the day that happened. It's not so much that I thought I fixed it, but I just made it worse. It's that I fixed what was missing there, and then I noticed a second problem, and I fixed that, and that happened to be ever so slightly directly related to the room being unpurchased after the time is up. Basically, I changed the name or tag of one specific waypoint used as a reference to interact with the person who is storing the information that one of these things was purchased. It's a little confusing if you don't know how Aurora coding works. But it's not very confusing in practice. I just changed one letter because I had altered one of the other people around. And I needed to fix something on that front. And because I did that, the script was then not finding what it needed to reset the room. So that's an easy fix. And as long as I change nothing else regarding it, that shouldn't happen again. And I don't see why I would, because pretty much the whole thing is ready to go. I just have a few minor changes to make. Oh, wow. Well done, Thorson. Honestly, I think he might be the most useful of all of the companions. I don't say that to rag on Yue or Raymond at all, but this is Neverwinter Nights, where martial classes are king, and he's a barbarian. Especially at low levels, when everyone's equipment kind of sucks, you need that sort of muscle. So he's probably always going to be more useful. Oh! Camo Wolf. Alright. There we go. That's it. Wolves, woods are clear. Okay, let's get out of here. That's the main wolf cave. But these things have given us more trouble than anything else, so I'm not keen on going in and fighting a bunch more of them. There are quite a few in that cave, and their boss is no joke himself. We'll go gear up before I figure out what our next move is going to be. I might go for Rook. His cave is pretty gnarly, but getting him can get us some temporary experience too, assuming I can have a pleasant conversation with the Tazloi. There's multiple ways to solve the Tazloi issue. They're attacking the farm, but they've not crossed the line of murder yet, and I can parlay with them. And their grievance with us is directly related to Rook being in that cave, which means, you know, to fix the problem and make a treaty with them, you gotta go kill Rook. He's a side quest, but if you want that solution to the main quest, you gotta do it. Or you can just kill them all. But you gotta choose one of those two things to be the solution. Now, if you work with them and sign a treaty, you can get, I think it's 1,000 experience, maybe it's 1,500, which is enormous. But if you break the treaty after making it, you lose that. So, you know, you can't just claim that and then go back on your word immediately. The Pine Lodge. I would buy a room, but I'm an idiot, so that's off the table. Let's see. Supplies. Here you go.
Yes.
I also forgot that I should be selling jewelry and gems here. The Elder Bauble's place doesn't take most items, but they take gems and they take jewelry. And they give, they offer premium prices for them. Fortitude, I'll keep that. Alright, let's go over to Grimsh Fall. I'll sell the rest of this stuff. And then I have some reagents. I should probably pick up a few more healing potions, maybe, for Thorson. But maybe not. Maybe I should focus on healing kits. That way he can keep fighting and I can just heal him if I need to. It'll heal more significantly and it won't take him out of combat for an entire turn. Alright. Alright. Now, I don't think you really have anything I need. I could take... No, I can't. I can't even afford those. That gives me an extra concentration, which isn't really that important, but it's not going to hurt me either. Let's go over to Elmanock and turn in my reagent pouches. I don't think I've really got the money to upgrade our stuff at all. We're both wearing the best medium armor we can get. I could pick up a tower shield, but it'd weigh a lot. But it would be an extra point. I don't believe... I do have potions of bark skin, so I can drop those on Thorson as well. And I'll have my own magic to back us up. Reagents. His stuff's crazy expensive. Yeah, so there's no reason for me to be here. Alright, well I think then we're probably as good as we're gonna get. And we should go kill them. Kill that enemy. Unfortunately, I think I am just gonna have to suffer... No, I have 2 potions of bark skin. We're taking lesser restoration so that I can fix my sleeping problem. I'm just gonna have to suffer with that for coding my game wrong. Nishak.
Hello to you.
You have some nice stuff. None of which I can really afford. I'll probably be back for that. It's got the same defense as this, but significantly better dexterity bonus, which I could always, you know, buff with other stuff. And an extra spell, even if only first level, is nice. It's probably better than anything else I'll have for a bit of time. I don't really have the money for anything else. If I were a monk, I could get a little buff there. I could purchase a silver weapon also. And then we could just go at the Dark Howl. Maybe we do that. Nah, he's a little too dangerous, honestly. I think even with a silver weapon, Thorson would still get killed by him. And he'd be the one who has to do most of the fighting. I will take this, so that I can revive people if they die. I don't have any other undead I need to fight yet. 10 of those should probably be enough, but I'll take another 5 just in case. Alright. Yeah, I think that's about as good as it's going to get. Oh yeah, I forgot. Thorson wakes up stiff too. So he's down probably down a point. No, he's already wearing chainmail, so that doesn't affect him at all. Cool. I just have a problem. Right. That was my resolution. Let's go pick that up. Town Market. I should also double check. How much is that? 619? I'll take it. I'm gonna let you hang on to that for now. I'm just gonna have to use my bag for any really heavy stuff I come across, I guess. But I can always just throw that in the bag or hand it off to Thorson and take mine back. But if I'm gonna try to tank my way through Rook, I'm probably gonna need this shield. We will go talk to the Tazloi first, because if I cannot talk them off the ledge, it won't matter. Now, I mean, there's still benefits to killing Rook, but I don't get the experience buff, which is, or the experience, what do you call it, bonus, which is something I'm interested in doing. You can, if I get that now, and I don't already level up, maybe it wouldn't matter anyway. There's some experience you can get out of that, though, that isn't temporary, and it might be interesting just to see it happen. Why am I walking? I have a map.
Yes.
Farms, Northern Woods. Oh, that's the badger. I was wondering what I was looking at. Let's go ahead and just fix our problem. Maybe going through Rook's Cave would level me up anyway. I only need 800 experience. There's quite a bit in there. See, his cave is the Tazloi Proving Grounds. It's why that's a problem. It's directly connected to theirs, which they've taken measures to solve. But all of the creatures they've sent have failed to root him out. And that's important, because that's the place where their spider eaters nest. So they need him out of there. It also means, however, that trying to reach him means getting through a bunch of spider eaters. Alternatively, you can potentially reach him by going through the Tazloid warrens. But that's a whole other problem. In order to befriend the Tazloid, you have to step into this area. If you don't come through that doorway, they will never be friendly to you at all. Even now, it's very easy to screw this up. So the sentry will talk. Normally I'd need a translation effort to get to him, or I think a high enough lore, but because I'm a dwarf, I think I gave it to only dwarves and gnomes, you could speak Goblinoid. So, I have that. Yeah, you people attacked, I'm here to deal with it. Alright, so you can intimidate or persuade him. I could probably get through with the persuasion. Performance, however, is much easier to do, although I don't have any buffs to performance. And you have to have magic to do it, any kind of magic. So let's see. Nope, that didn't work. Oh my word, I got sneak attacked. Ouch, man, that stung. Heal me now. Okay, this might go really poorly. There are a lot of them up there. But most of them are just standard Tazloi. And even the big ones generally don't have that many hit points. You get out of there. You too, actually. Okay. Just, yeah, keep backing up. Get over here. You guys both need some healing. This has not gone as I planned, so no diplomacy for us. Maybe we just tear through the Tazloi warrens instead. That might be easier. The first major obstacle is right there in the middle of camp. He's the one we would have done diplomacy with. He's the witch doctor. Now, stylish as these walls are, they're not particularly functional. I mean, you can't walk through them, so there's that at least. Oh, boy, that's a problem. I'm just gonna go ahead and reload that, because that went really poorly. Maybe we buff up first, but maybe we don't. Here, how about everyone chill? I'm gonna go chuck one of these out there. See what kind of effect that has. Hey, that's something. Oh boy. Kill the spider eater. Kill it now. It's clearly the scariest thing on the field. There we go. Okay, that's good, that's good. Now the scout is our next big problem. Chog can output a... Okay, there we go. Problem solved. Ah, dang it. I gotta be closer to coup de grace than I forgot. That didn't work like I thought it would. Yeah, you guys need to kill him. He's got a wand of color spray, which is why he's going to keep spamming it. I think I back off a bit, probably. And do this instead. I'm almost out of bullets here. Okay, I think that's a blindness. He's got enough hit points that... Oh. Oh, yikes. Thorson, I need you to wake up, but I can't even attack you. Oh, that's not ideal. Okay, here we go. Yeah, rip him up. He might start directing that at Thorson again. Okay. Well done. Satchel. That's a few potions. His key. Yeah, that's important for the inside. His rags. Yeah, nothing more than a collection of rags, but they are magical. That's his wand of colors, which he has probably depleted more than halfway. And his staff, which isn't particularly powerful, but it can be helpful early on if you use staves. It's definitely worth some money, though, even if I don't progress deeper into this place. Not yet. I might, anyway, though. But even if I don't, we just made a decent bit of money. I actually think I won't. I've ensured there won't be a treaty with them, but their warrens are more dangerous. I guess that's a matter of opinion, but there's a lot of spider eaters down there. There's a few specific places. I don't know why I'm afraid of the spider eaters, though. I was planning on going after Rook, who's got, you know, all of them. I think I've probably done enough here for the moment that I will return to town. Yeah, I'll return to town. I'll sell off my stuff. I shouldn't be able to go through here from up here. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I tested that extensively, and you gotta go through from the front. Alright. Yeah, we'll leave them with their warrens for now. That didn't go the way I expected it to. I say we continue with our initial plan and we go after Rook. I want his money. And there's another series of side quests locked behind him, which I may or may not be able to do right now. We'll see. I can at least do the first step or two in some of them. They involve the people he's working with. And it's probably the most significant side quest. You just have to do other things before you can progress it. If you're a thief, you can fast-track it. The men outside, the one outside Gorvin's barn, who I dropped his parcel with for the Shaston Company, they speak in Thieves' Cant. And so if you're a thief, you can detect it, and if you're an evil thief, then you can engage in business with them. And they'll tell you about basically the first step you need to make. If you have Yue, she'll detect that they're using Thieves' Cant to communicate, but she won't really engage with them, and the guy will deny it. Okay.
Walk in my step. Follow me.
This is the cave. I don't think I can disable anything, because I'm pretty sure my disabled trap is less than nothing. Yeah, I can't even try. I can't possess you, unfortunately. Can I, like, get you to come really close over here? Yeah, and then, like, park you, and then, like, walk you into it? Yeah. That doesn't matter anyway. Let's just get a move on.
Walk in my step. Follow me.
Yep, that's gonna trigger some ballistae over the gap to shoot at you. Fortunately, though, I don't really know exactly how they work. I know I take damage sometimes, but most of the time I don't, so maybe they just miss. I like the Morris flavor. Okay, this trap sucks. Can you disable the trap? Okay. Now back off. It's stupid that I can't tell my animal companion to do things like that. Thorson, can you get it open? Alright. And he can kick the lock and just shatter it. Spider eaters. There are way more of them than I expected. What to do, what to do. You guys stay here. Let me see. Actually, wait a minute. They're animals, aren't they? No, they're vermin. Never mind. I was about to say, I can empathy them and then, like, turn them on each other, but that doesn't work. I did not expect there to be 4 standing inside this door. I thought there'd be less than that. I mean, they move in encounters, so there can be kind of any number of them almost, but I didn't think we were strong enough to warrant 4 of the dang things, because they're terrified. I told you guys to attack, you morons. Just sit there and take it. Kill that, kill that, kill that, kill that, kill that. Okay, then get out of my way. Oh. Moron. Come on now. What you doing there, animal? Oh, that's not ideal. I think he's gonna get coup de grace. Yep. Oh, man. Hey, I won. This may have been a mistake. I think we're a little through the looking glass now, though. But yeah, I did give this unlimited uses. I just don't think it's fun for a person to have to constantly be struggling to keep their companions on their feet. Well, that's not good. I know I tested this before and it worked. Evidently it don't anymore. That's really not good. I don't know why it isn't working. That changes everything. I found something else to fix. Alright. Yeah, no, I guess I gotta go back to town and pick up some real recovery stuff. That's honestly a gut punch. I was certain that... I mean, I tested that thing pretty extensively before, and it worked. I don't know why it isn't now. I don't believe I've changed anything that should have altered that, and I'm pretty sure I tested it on all of the henchmen that you could pick up, and it worked. I'll have to double-check that. And this is why we playtest, I guess. But it's going to slow things down, that's for sure. I don't know if I have the money to actually pick up a raised dead. But maybe spider eaters are a bit beyond us. I think we should focus on normal spiders. If I were a more martial class, I could probably muscle my way through it. But druids are really nothing compared to, like, clerics.
Yes. Hello.
Okay, I'll definitely want to keep my hands on this key also. Let's get this stuff identified, and I can sell it. I don't know why my game is skipping like that every so often. My best guess is that is a heartbeat script. I just don't know which one would be doing that. How expensive is this? 175, so if I have 3 things to identify, it's cheaper. Yeah. Okay. So they're just clothing, a little magic damage resistance, invisibility a few times, and armor bonus. That's important, but that's 1,000 gold also. Wand of Colors, I can't even use it. It's only 1 charge of use though, so you can get a lot of mileage out of that thing. And a barrier staff, which anyone can use. 2 bludgeoning damage, 2 bludgeoning resistance, or 5 bludgeoning resistance. That's solid. Honestly, I think that's just better than what I've got. Because, as I learned also, these are one-handed weapons. So I think I keep that. That's my new main weapon. Since, apparently, there's no reason not to do that. It isn't really magical, like, it's not enchanted or anything. How do I... okay. Stop. But it does do some extra damage, and it gives me some damage resistance. Only bludgeoning, but that's better than nothing.
Hello there.
Okay. Yeah, you're not gonna be buying stuff. Not at a price I'm willing to accept. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to sell some stuff off. I'm going to pick up a Raise Dead spell. And I'm going to do this in my free time. I'm going to go pick up Thorson, come back, rest, and then travel west to the spider caves. And then next time, we'll pick up over there. Let's see, where's your Raise Dead spells? Raise Dead, Raise Dead. It's not that one. Okay, how am I missing it? There it is. Oh, 1900! Ooh, that's really pricey. Never mind, I don't... Well, I guess I kind of have to. I just gotta make sure I don't need to get more of them. I thought they were cheaper than that, my word. I guess I should double check. This still works? Yeah, that still works. Pretty sure it did, but now that one of my other custom items has completely failed, I have to double check. Gold is definitely a problem early on. It comes and goes so fast. Those are being purchased for more over at Nishak Shrine. That's where we're going. Alternatively, I could just pick up Raymond and give him a shot. Go raise Thorson later when I'm a little more solid on money.
Hello to you.
Yeah, way better prices. Let's see, if I make room, put this over here. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll give Raymond a shot. So I am going to pick him up, probably kit him out, some basic stuff, we'll see, and then head west, and we'll clear out some spiders. They've got a bit of decent loot among them. It's nothing crazy, nothing, I think, wildly game-changing, but better than nothing. Frankly, though, they do have a nice axe that I could probably give Thorson, and it does some bonus damage against vermin. I forgot about that. There's something like that in the spider caves. So that should work on spider eaters too. Yeah, I might do that. Alright, well that is going to be it for this one. If you haven't yet, please check the link in the description for my book. If you like the look of it, give it a read. If you'd like to read, give it a positive review. Otherwise, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.